Good morning, coaches. How are you doing? I'm a little bit nervous because Joey Dog is in the office with me and the binmen are just out the front taking the bins. So if he starts to go crazy, that's why. Although he should be used to them by now. So I really wanted to come in here very quickly and talk. I always say very quickly, but I can go on because I get so excited. But I just wanted to come in here and talk to you about why some coaches or many coaches out there are making thousands upon thousands in their coaching business and really serving at the highest level, while so many other coaches are struggling and perpetually struggling year in, year out. And this sort of topic has really been inspired after a case study conversation that I was having with an amazing client of mine called Karita Beard, who is a personal branding coach. She's amazing. And I was just running a case study kind of conversation interview with her. And this amazing woman has closed 6 figures in 5 months this year during lockdown. She's crossed the 6-figure milestone in 5 months. And we were talking about kind of what she perceives as being the difference, because she's also been in that place where 4 or 5 months she made not a cent, not a bean. And I know that feeling. I've been in both places too. You know, I've gone from that relentless struggle to making 20, 30K months. You know, some months I'll make more in 1 month than I ever made in my corporate in a whole year. So it's understanding, and it was great talking to Karita yesterday because she really kind of nailed what is that difference that makes the difference. And it's the thing that I kind of talk about all the time. You know, I share this message so much. It's how I help my clients. I'll talk to you about what it is in a moment, but I believe this is that missing element that is absent from all of those courses and business building programs that you invest in that promise the earth, but too often than not, they fail to deliver because they are missing this element. So what is the difference that makes the difference? Why are some coaches making bank while others are perpetually staying broke and struggling? Well, the difference, guys, is alignment. Now, I know it's a bit out there, it's a bit ethereal, it's not something you can you don't feel like you can really like grab in your hands. But alignment is such a powerful quantum level energetic shift that enables you to truly show up completely authentic. And when you're completely authentic, you're enjoying a state of freedom that is, you know, like no other. When you can be completely authentic, when you're completely free of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of, you know, abandonment or rejection, when you don't have that running through your system and you can just show up and be 100% authentic, just you doing you, that is the difference that makes the difference. So alignment, guys, is, and yes, of course, you've got to have that your messaging dialed in. So let's just talk practicals for a moment because it's important. You've got to have your messaging dialed in really crystal clear. You've got to know who it is that you serve, your ideal client avatar. You've got to know what it is about you that makes you the credible expert in your niche. All of that is critical for your marketing. But you can have all of that and you can still go out there and be posting. But if you don't have that alignment, that true alignment with your passion and your sense of purpose, then as Karita says in the interview, and I'll share the link in the comments below after this live stream, if you don't, you can have all of that shiny stuff nailed on, the fancy funnels, the lead magnets, the marketing machines, all of that, but none of it will make any difference if you're not 100% energetically aligned with what it is you are passionate and purposeful about. Now, I know from my experience, so I'm coming up to 7 years now in my coaching business. I have ridden the roller coaster. Oh my God. You know, when I started my coaching business, I was a single mum, completely self-sufficient financially. Well, I wasn't. I needed to be. I had no income from any other source. So for me, the only source of income was my coaching business. So I was one of these who made the leap. I didn't set up a side hustle, rightly or wrongly. I made the leap because I knew me, and I knew that if I did have the security of a monthly income from my corporate, I wouldn't have pushed through my fear. I would not have got out there and been really uncomfortable and made my coaching business work. I knew I needed that level of accountability, as in bills to pay, children to feed, and no other source of income. So that was kind of, for me, what really drove me. But it was very, very painful, because in those early days, I didn't know what I didn't know. And I flip-flopped from niche to niche, trying to figure out, what is it I'm here to do? I'm so passionate about coaching, but so what does that mean anyway? What good am I out there when, a lot of the stuff has already been said? What do I bring to the table that's new? And that was such a painful, long, drawn out struggle for me. And I remember very distinctly trying to wedge myself into the gap of corporate coaching, because I honestly believed that the way I was going to be profitable was by working in the corporate space. I didn't want to go back there. I didn't want to have anything to do with corporate. I wanted to draw a line under that. But I had this false belief that the only way I could make money and be really profitable in my coaching business was to stay within the corporate space, because that's where the money was. Total false belief. And I wasted months trying to wedge myself like a square peg in the round hole, trying to make it fit. And I was miserable. I was panicked. I was scared. I was waking up at 3 a.m. thinking, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And so the message in all of this is that, honestly, guys, it is not the niche that is profitable. It is not your niche that is profitable. It's not the defining factor as to whether you're going to make money or you're not. The defining factor that will differentiate you and determine your profitability, drum roll, is you. It is you. It's you being 100% aligned with what it is you are here to give, your passion, your purpose. It's the thing that you do best, your zone of genius. When you are aligned with all of that and you're operating from that space of genius, your unique genius. This means you understanding what it is about you that is your unique credibility, your gifts, your skills, really appreciating and bringing to the table your knowledge and your experience. When you have all of that and you're aligned with all of that, and you have that clear and you're specific in your messaging from that place, that's the game changer. Because when you've had this experience, when you're passionate about something, whether it's you've tried this new you've read a new book, or you've watched a program that blew your mind, you want to tell everyone. You share it with people, you share it with those you love. And as you're talking, and you're talking from that passionate place, saying, oh my God, it's changed my life and all this brilliant stuff, it's infectious. You influence your audience, whether that audience is one or that audience is many. You become influential when you're talking about something you're passionate about. So when you're operating from your zone of genius and you're passionate about what it is you're here to do, you create a state change in your audience through your messaging. And that state change is their connection to you and their desire to take some action. And that action is to reach out to you, to book a call with you, to want to hire you and work with you. So Jerry's saying, it's taking me a while to get this belief. It's slowly seeping in. Yeah, and I totally get that. And again, this is about standing in your power, Jerry, all of you. This is about standing in your power and trusting innately that when you are operating from that place of complete authenticity, and you are owning who you are and standing in your power and operating from your inner being. So yesterday I talked about, who's running the show. Is it your inner child who is that one that holds you small to protect you and limit you, because they're designed to protect you and keep you safe? That's your inner child operating the show, which is not serving you at all. Or are you operating from your inner being? Is that who's directing the show? Because if it is, then you're connected to limitless possibility, unlimited potential. You're truly operating from that space of joy and fulfillment and freedom, and your actions are motivated by your desire to grow, by your desire to contribute. The highest human needs, our basic human needs, but growth and contribution are those highest human needs. You're driven by a desire to help people, desire, to make a difference, add value, be impactful. So, to circle back to what I was saying at the beginning of this live stream, the interview that I held with my client Karita, when we talked about what it was that really made the difference, how she was able to make 6 figures in 5 months this year during lockdown as a personal branding coach, she talks about how she kind of brought in all of her gifts. She had to stand in her power and recognize that all of the stuff that she'd been through before she started her coaching business, all her skills, knowledge, and experience was valuable. And so as she owned that, then she started to talk about quantum level stuff, she started to vibrate at her highest frequency. And from that space started attracting. I mean, she left a message saying she had 51 discovery calls since our last conversation. I mean, that's insane. So, it's that energetic frequency of passion and purpose that when you are in alignment, that is what will determine your profitability. And you look at any one of those experts out there, those gurus, those coaches that maybe you follow, you admire, what sets them apart is that they're just being themselves. They're just being themselves. Their personal brand is so strong, as Karita will, profess, that they are that's what has made them successful in their own right. So guys, this is about you stepping into your power, owning your uniqueness. There's no one on this planet like you. There never has been, there never will be. So you have this absolute gift of your unique talents, gifts, skills, knowledge, and experience that you can bring to the table and really own it. And when you do, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And you will feel that. So let me just read Jerry's comments. Need to listen to myself and practice that too. So was that the inner being versus the inner child? Absolutely. And it takes guts. It takes courage. Of course it does. But the thing is, you've already demonstrated that you are courageous. You've already demonstrated that you are, willing to put yourself on the line, willing to experience the discomfort and the fear, because you've started this business. Nobody does this lightly thinking that it's going to be easy, because otherwise everyone would be doing it. Because ultimately, what do you get for doing this? You get, I was thinking to myself this week how funny it is that I just, what am I doing with my life? It's amazing. I feel like I don't go to work. It's just like this crazy feeling of just total freedom and the ability to be completely self-sufficient, self-supporting, so it's not easy to create this life for yourself. Like I said, I've ridden that roller coaster as a single mum, totally reliant on my coaching business for livelihood, to be able to eat and keep a roof over our heads. It's been scary, and I've got into debt, got out of debt. All of that is part of my journey. But you can. That's the biggest message that I want to say to you. It is about really standing in your power, owning your genius and being truly authentic, and not trying to wedge yourself in the gaps or fall prey to comparisonitis or analysis paralysis. Just breathe and just do you. There is no one else like you. Jerry is saying, oh, okay, standing in your power. You talked a lot about your client embodying her real sense of strength, standing it and feeling it from the feet up. Yes, yes, I love it. So yes, Jerry, you need to do that for yourself too. All right, guys, so I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to put a link below to Karita's interview. You will love it. She is such an amazing woman and so interesting to listen to. And I'm sure her story will really resonate with so many of you. And also, guys, if you're ready to end the struggle and really monetize your message, monetize your genius, and stand out in the marketplace as the credible expert that you are from a place of alignment, then I'm going to put a link into the comments below to my scheduler, so you can book a call, we can have that conversation and make it happen. Loads of love, guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.